Hey everybody, I told you I would be having two videos this week, and this is the second one of the two. This is the Arm for Battle Commander Legends Precon. It is the Boros or red-white version. I'm going to ask again, if you didn't watch the other video, please go ahead and watch it. I forgot to mention on the other one also that I will also link I use MTG Goldfish for all of my deck listings so that you can see everything in them. They did an arc on these, so I'm going to actually put that link in the description as well. So if you want to see the cards individually, or if you didn't catch it and didn't feel like pausing the video in between to look at what the card does, you can see what every card does there. With that being said, please go ahead and like the video when it's done. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. I do have more coming. I'm changing the way some things are done like I did in the last video. I'm only just going to read what the card is, and then I'll let you guys decide if you want to see what the card does by pausing the video. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started with this one. This one looks like... So, one of the things I see when I'm doing all my research to try to make budget decks myself, so that I can do like precons like these are, Boros colors seem to tend to only have one theme to them that works. I've tried many things. My girlfriend actually runs a Boros deck, and it pretty much has the same theme. All of them have similar themes anyway. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. So, and oh, that theme is Voltron. Voltron meaning, you know, put one creature out that has hard ability to kill, or can't be targeted, or gets bigger for some reason or another. You know, there's a lot of different ways that they do Boros. I have one built before, but so this one has Wyleth, Soul of the Steel. This is one of the new cards. You can only get it in the Commander Precon, it looks like. Alright, and it's a 1 red, 1 white, 1 of any, 2/2 human warrior. Has trample, and whenever it attacks, draw a card for each aura and equipment attached to it. So you can see the Voltron style is to just keep stacking stuff on top of it to make it bigger and bigger and bigger. This one doesn't get bigger with its own ability. This one actually lets you draw cards. And that's kind of important because Boros colors have an issue with card draw. So, not bad for, for Commander and Boros. Again, the box comes with Learn to Play Commander, whatever. I don't really feel like opening that. The spin down counter is red this time because we're in Boros colors, so I like the other one better because it was more of a blue-green hue. I'll go ahead and put this together so you can see what it looks like fully formed. Kind of like Voltron itself, you know, I'll form the head. If you guys don't get the reference, please go watch Voltron, it's so good. Alright, so this is what it looks like on the front and the sides. The back says Arm for Battle, and then the top is red. So, depending on what you like as far as colors, you know, I myself like the green-blue color scheme as far as life goes, but that's just me. Alright, let's open the deck. And like last time, we're going to go ahead and just go over the tokens really quickly. And this time, I won't keep the whole deck in my hands because, you know, that was stupid. So, elephants, cat tokens, lots of cat tokens, so I can see the theme already. Some soldiers, and that's it. Alright, so let's put that aside, and let's go over the deck. So they put in here some removal with Condemn, Denitha, Capuchin, Paragon. I actually think that I may make a mono-white budget deck to sell with her as the commander. It's a really good deck. The idea of it is just, I don't know, she's really good. I've seen her actually take over a game when she's Voltroned up herself. Dawn Charm, it's an oldie but a goodie. Disenchant, obviously from the original set of Magic. Faith Unbroken. Flicker Wisp. Generous Gift. A lot of people play this in their decks. I'm not a fan of it. I get why, though, but I'm just not as big a fan as some people. Ironclad Slayer. Core Cartographer. White has... So, there's a difference between ramp and a difference between mana fixing, and I'm going to mix the two by accident all the time. While green is the king of ramp as far as land ramp, white is second, and while most of their ramp is mana fixing, it's still getting lands out of your deck and into your hand. So I confused the two. I know there's a difference between the two. You know, you just have to forgive me for that. This one actually puts it on the battlefield though, so this is technically ramp. On Sarah's Wings, Oreskos Explorer. And I believe this one is put it in your hand. So this one's fixing for mana ramp. Return to Dust. Spirit Mantle is a great, especially for Boros colors. When I put, I'm making my girlfriend a new deck. I'm taking apart her Aurelia deck, and I'm gonna make her Ural. And this is going in there immediately. Spirit Mantle is such a great card. The fact that they put a Swords in here is really good for people who've never had one. Picture's a little bit different than I was expecting, though. Unquestioned Authority. Valorious Stance. A Braid. This used to be a really good card back in... What was it called? A Monket? Yeah, a Monket standard. Expedite. I believe I've got this in one of my feather budget deck for you guys, because it's a 1 to cast, draw a card, and who cares what the second ability is? You're just trying to draw a card. Fists of Flame. I actually added to what deck was it? I forget which deck it was. I think I just did it recently too. It's a good card. With all the amount of card draw that you could possibly have, it could get out of hand really quickly. I hope I have it in Valdek, to be honest with you. Temur Battle Rage. I actually don't have any of these. For some reason, I don't have them. They're in my bulk somewhere. I don't have them separated. Good card as well. Volcanic Fallout. Boros Charm. I believe the most expensive monetarily of the charms and the most sought after. And the reason for that is it's an instant that gives all your permanents, not just creatures, permanents, indestructible until end of turn. And for those who play Boros Burn with like the Lightning Helix and stuff, Boros Charm does 4 damage to target player for 2, and it's one of the cheaper ones to do that with, and that's for like modern and not commander related stuff. Tiana, Ship's Caretaker. A good one here is Wear and Tear. It's got 2 abilities that you can use both. Bone Splitter. A Boros Signet, a Brass Squire, not really, I don't know, attach target equipment you control to a creature. I guess it would make sense in here. Explorer Scope, I actually started putting in all my budget decks recently that can't go get land, because if you're attacking, you might be able to get some lands into play. Fire Shrieker, Timely Ward, Blazing Sunsteel. If I'm not mistaken, I believe, and I could be wrong, and I will, when I go back and look after I do the video, I will let you guys know, and I will call myself out if this is one of the new cards or not. I know that there are 2 more besides the commander. I believe this is one, and it says you may cast this spell as though it had flash if it targets a commander, which is why I think it is. And it's enchant creature, and enchanted creature has indestructible. And if I'm wrong on this, you will see the letters flash up there. I was wrong. Blazing Sunsteel is a new card, specifically only in this deck. It's a 2 to cast equipment. The creature gets +1/+0 for each opponent you have. And then whenever a creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target and equips for 4. Martial Coup. Ooh, I gotta read this for a second here. Create X/1/1 white soldier creature tokens. If X is 5 or more, destroy other creatures. I'm making a tokens deck right now for my to sell, so that might go in there. Odric, Lunarch, Marshal. There's a lot to read there, so I'll sit this here for a second for you. Relic Seeker. Sigarda's Aid, good card actually. You may cast art and equipment spells as though they had flash. It's really good. It's actually, I was hoping I had one of these for a deck I want to make for my girlfriend. SRAM Senior Edificer, good card for card draw. Unbreakable Formation, I think I have this in my the Feather deck. And White Sun Zenith, Good for token generation. Alright. This is a card I haven't seen since, I think, Tempest. Winds of Wrath. Destroy all creatures that aren't enchanted. Ooh, I don't think I have this, and I think I wanted to put this in our deck, so perfect. Comet Storm. Great card for a lot of finishers. Dual Caster Mage. Jaya's Immolating Inferno. Relentless Assault. Didn't think this would ever hit such a low point as far as monetary value, but apparently they keep putting it in things. It lets you get an additional attack phase. It's actually been... It can be really dangerous. Let's just put it that way. Wild Ricochet. Word of Seizing. I've been trying to see if I can't put together a deck that literally does nothing but what Word of Seizing does in Commander, and it's just not as good as I was hoping. Deflecting Palm. Master Warcraft. Response and Resurgence. Black Blade Reforged. I think I have that in one of my decks too that I'm just trying to, for my precons. Loxodon Warhammer, great card. Just a great card. Sunforger. Now, I don't have any of these. I needed one for what I wanted to do for something else. I'm glad I didn't get one in my Double Masters boxes at all. So I'm glad it was in the precon so I could go ahead and actually do what I wanted to do with it. It's a really good card. Sword of Vengeance. This kind of looks like my... oh, I didn't do that one yet. So I have a... Oh, I did do it, actually. My original cat, my original Arabo precon that I made way back in a couple years ago, was basically this. It was Arabo with equipment. And that was in there. Slayer Stronghold. It has since sold, so I'm sorry about that. Haunted Cloak. Hero's Blade. There's a lot of equipment in here. It's good. Mask of Avacyn. I use that for every budget Commander deck I sell because it's the budget version of Hexproof that you need. Ring of Thune. Ring of Valkus. A Soul Ring. A Swiftfoot Boots, of course. A Boros Garrison, which is the bounced land for Boros. A Boros Guildgate. A Command Tower like they always do. Encroaching Wastes, which destroys non-basic land. Evolving Wilds. Forgotten Cave. Memorial to War. I'm going to look at that for another deck. Myriad Landscape, which I started realizing should go into every budget deck. A Rogue's Passage also should go into every budget deck. A Rupture Spire, I'm not a big fan of that. A Secluded Steppe. A Stone Quarry. A Sunhome Fortress of the Legion. I don't believe I had any of these, and I was really hoping to get one. Terramorphic Expanse, Transguild Promenade. I don't understand why they're putting those really bad ones in there. A Wind-Scarred Crag, and then Mountains and Plains. So, that's the entirety of the deck. If I misspoke when I said what the new cards were, I will go ahead and correct that in post-production. This is stereotypical of a Boros Voltron deck. It looks a little bit weaker than the one I made with, who was it? With Feather. Feather is really much better. However, adding... Is this equipped to it? Okay. It's a different style then. So with Feather, it's all about recasting and casting and casting and casting. This one's more about equipping. So a lot of the cards in here I will end up stealing for another deck, as usual, like I always do. You know, I bastardize all of the decks. I'm trying to think if there's anything in here. Monetarily speaking, I don't see off the top of my head which one is the card that, if there is one, actually, that would be the reason to buy this monetarily speaking, because it'll go up or down or what have you. Sunforger dropped drastically since it was reprinted twice now. So I don't know which one it is. I think in post-production I might actually be able to go look afterwards and see. I don't look any of this stuff up beforehand for a reason. I want to be surprised by what's in them. So anyway, So that was the, what do they call this deck again? They call this the Arm for Battle Commander Legends Precon. It's the Boros Precon for Voltron, is what they call it. Alright, so now there's a second video. I'm going to ask, like, subscribe, share. If you have never seen any of my videos, go back and look at all the other ones. Trust me, you'll see the hilarity that is my evolution from then to now. It's so different from before. I mean, my first video, I had it, the phone vertically, so you only got to see I think it was 2/3 of the video. And to now, where I actually have it horizontally, where you can see everything, and I can show you things. Like the video, I know I'm not the greatest YouTuber out there, but you know what? I'm trying. I saw something the other day that kind of irked me. We're in the middle of a huge problem in the world, and people have nothing they can do, so they're trying something, like I am. I started doing this well before the pandemic hit. However, there are people who are just starting this, and I saw somebody comment on one of the Facebook pages of one of the big YouTubers, quote unquote, that they couldn't find their video because of all the 20 sub content creator wannabes out there blocking their way. You know what I say to you? Screw you. We're trying something. We're trying something. What are you doing? You're just sitting there being a keyboard commando. I don't like to complain about things, but that one got me a little bit. Because, we're all trying to scrape by in this world, especially with what's going on. Let them have their fun. For me, this is therapeutic. So, if you don't like it, tell me why. Let me fix it. Tell me what I can do to improve and make you like it more. You know what I mean? So, I'm always up for constructive criticism. I don't like bashing, but I don't mind constructive criticism. Give me some ideas and I will take them and I will try to implement them. So, anyway, that's my little rant for the day. I went over on my video. I'm trying to keep them under about 15 minutes at this point because that's apparently what the sweet spot is for YouTube videos. I told you in the last video, if you didn't watch it, go look at it. It tells you that I don't read the cards anymore to you guys. I will put, you can pause the video to watch what they say or to read what they say. And I will, again, put the deck list that's clickable. You can hover over it with your cursor and see what the card says on your own if you'd like. But that is my second show for the week, and that is my time for the week. I may possibly make a third video just because I have nothing better to do for this week. It's been a very slow week, even though it's just after Black Friday and I'm supposed to be Christmas shopping. We pretty much canceled everything because of the pandemic. So, anyway, that is my time again. Thank you for watching if you watched all the way through. If you didn't, you gotta start doing that. I will see you next week. Next week I will be doing a deck video. So it won't be an unboxing or it won't be a Crack and Packs video. So until next week, I will see you guys later.